I'm so happy to have my power back. Lord, thank you for power. Bright lights, city lights, I gotta make it. We got power. Period. I'm really convinced that the government thought this was a joke. I'm really convinced because we was so not prepared for this winter storm. Now, the government level wasn't prepared. Did she use the bathroom? Good. Good girl. The government level was not prepared. I was not prepared, okay? Well, let me say, I did know that a winter storm was coming. I played myself. Let me tell you how. A week prior to this, I went grocery shopping. I didn't pick up any water for the house. I only picked up water for work. So let me tell you something. One thing I've learned, you need like 6 cases of water stacked up. Okay. Living in Houston, make sure you got like 6 cases of water stacked up in the corner somewhere. Now, I've been telling myself since I moved here that I was going to do that, but I just don't think about it. Every time I'm getting water, I'm just like, oh, let me grab a case for work, you know? And as soon as a natural disaster comes, of course, everybody goes and get everything off the shelf. I forgot to put my, it is what it is. Nope. I gotta stop doing that. Forgot to put my glue on my eyebrow before doing it. I keep telling myself I'm gonna add this in my routine, but I forget every freaking time. So I'm going in with this Kiss glue. This is the glue I use for everything. My glitters, my eyelashes, and I'm adding it to my eyebrow routine. Make sure those brows are nice and laid. So I technically took my vacation for 3 weeks this month of February. I took my vacation for 3 weeks, and yeah, when the storm came, I was like, well, I can't do any content. I can't push content, and I'm not gonna just lay in the dark. My husband drives trucks, so he couldn't get on the road. My son was out of school, and by this time, this was the first day there was still power. Well, for me, it was not that bad. I had a feeling it was gonna snow, but I was like, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's gonna be a little ice on the ground, whatever. And keep in mind, a week prior was the pileup in Dallas. So I was like, let me just, take the service roads. I'm not going to get on the main interstate because, I know people are driving reckless. So I didn't want to be stuck at work. So I was like, okay, you gotta drive home. You have to make it home, Ty. Like, you can't stay here. No. Now my baby was fine. Husband's fine. We still have electricity. Because by this time I see people like, oh, my power went out. And, I'm thinking, okay, it ain't going to be out for long. It's just like a thunderstorm, whatever. Okay, so I get home the next day. Electricity, water, everything's good. And go back to work because almost the entire crew called out. And I'm like, what the hell? I go back to work again. Now, this is day 2. So the snow is thick, okay? Snow is thick. Never drove through the snow. I'm a little nervous, but I'm like, okay, but I got a Jeep. We good. Not saying my Jeep just a lifesaver, but you know, I feel a little bit more confident with these huge tires. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Just take your time, because the bad thing about my Jeep is if it's windy, like the top feels like you're like this. This is how I feel during the wind. Like, you know, the wind can guide me wherever. Day 2, same thing. I take the service roads. I'm not getting on that interstate. But you know, by this time you got some people out here driving like 30, 40, and I'm like, that's too fast. I'm not driving that fast. So I'm driving about 10 to 20, you know, depending on what the road looked like. I might, you know, go up to 20, but I did not go faster than 20 miles per hour. Make it to work. Beautiful. I mean, the snow was gorgeous. It was so gorgeous. Day 3 is when we lost electricity. We were only out for about, what, 10 hours maybe? 10 hours of no electricity. And then voila. Yeah, it was wild. It still is wild. But I'm just grateful. I never ran out of the water. The water never got cut off. But the electricity did for one day. Not even a full day. A couple hours. So I'm very grateful that my situation wasn't as bad. But still, like, it's really sad. Like, I seen people was dying from carbon monoxide poisoning, sleeping in their cars. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, no. Now, I did have a girlfriend of mine who, she went out into her car to charge her phone, you know, and then back in the house. But baby, let me tell you something. During those 10 hours of no electricity, I was cuddled up nicely under 2 blankets, and I slept like the AC was on. I'm not gonna lie, it felt good, but I couldn't imagine no AC like that for 3 days. I mean, no heat for 3 days. Like, whew, that's pretty cold. Pretty cold. 10 degrees. It's pretty cold. All right, going in with the Sahara palette by Juvias Place. I'm gonna start with this black here in the very corner. And then I have my Morphe brush. This is the James Charles set. This is a brush from that set. So I'm going to start out with that brush and focus on my crease area. It's really, really, really sad. Really sad how unprepared the city was. Very unprepared. Very unprepared, but you know, one thing I'm going to say is we get through it. Always do. Yes, yes, indeed. Cutie, cute, cute. I'm going to also be using the Zulu Palette by Juvias Place as well. That's what the inside looks like. I'm going to be using this for, I know I'm for sure going to use that brown and highlight. So. Going in with some Equate Healing Ointment. It's a skin protectant, but it's very similar to Vaseline. So I'm using that to remove some of the eyeshadows so that I can have a nice clean cut crease. All right, now I'm going in with my P.Louise base. This is in the shade Rumour 5. And then I'm using this brush by the Crayon. It is the number 3. One of my favorite brushes to cut my crease with. Like, one of my top favorites. I love, love, love how flat this brush gets. Love it. So I'm going in with this shade Kachina, Kashina, 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 Katsina, Katsina. It might be Katsina, which is this little nudish color here. Still working out of the Sahara palette. I only took that brown from the Zulu palette so far. And I'm just going to go back over my crease with this color. Boom. Cute, cute, cute. So now I'm going in with this Mehron makeup palette, which is face paint. I'm going to use this black color to do my wing liner. Yes, I have fell in love with using this palette as, you know, for like water liners. I mean, it's been doing the job, so why not? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go in with some glitter. Okay, here we are. Final look. Thank you guys for tuning in to another video. I appreciate your support so much. And until next time, peace, love, blessings.